We're now on to rearranging. So I am going to now just refresh the old memory cells on how to rearrange. So you've got, I should really do the proper maths way, because at the end of the day, this is what you're taught. So if you need to rearrange, what you need to do is you need to make sure that your, whatever you're rearranging it to, is the only thing on that side. So basically you've got to get rid of, like, for example, if you need to rearrange it for M, like they've done here, what you need to do is take away the A, and the only way to do that is to do the opposite to what is happening to it. So at the moment it's being times by, so if you divide each side by A, the A's will cancel out, and you'll get mass equals force divided by acceleration. Okay, if that is too much of a difficulty or stress, you can do it the triangle way. This is just one example. So we have weight here equals mass times gravity. My brain just went, it was G's, not grams. Gravity. So if you want, again, want mass on this side, you just cover up the M, and then it's W over your G. Okay, so there's that way of doing it. I will be testing you for equations with 3 things that multiply together. Okay, so please be aware of that. And then there's also the rearranging of the more complicated equations, like your kinetic and your elastic potential energy. Okay, so this is kind of how I would do it. I don't put or substitute the numbers in. I always rearrange the equation with the letters first. I find it far more easier and less messy, basically. So again, if we have to, we're making V the subject. So we are looking for this one here. So it is your bid mass. So what you've got to do first, you've got to get rid of fractions. So we need to get rid of the half. And the only way to get rid of a half is to multiply it by 2, like they've done here. Okay, so whatever you've got to do on both sides. So that will get rid of the half, but then make it 2e. You then got to separate those two, the mass times by the velocity squared. So to get rid of the m, like we did with the a, you divide both sides by m. Okay, but now we've got v squared. So we now have to square root. The opposite of being squared is square rooted. Okay, so now we have our rearranged equation. Okay, so that is probably the most complicated rearranging that you will have to do with the making v the subject, or extension squared, or extension for elastic potential. Okay, so I thought I'd just go over that because you may need it. So the next round, this is the last round where we're going to just do loads of rearranging equations, not loads.